Namaste everyone and welcome to Supergrad SCAT. Today we'll be understanding the most important and tricky section of the XAT exam, which is the decision making section. So let's start with the first things first. What is the decision making section all about? What in itself is decision making as far as the exam is concerned? So you will be given a typical situation. It can be a business scenario or a particular issue at hand. You have to understand and analyze that situation. There will be a question stem and then there'll be 5 options to choose from. And you will have to choose the option which has 3 important parameters. 1, it has to be ethical. Now, what do you mean ethical? It should follow certain guidelines or principles depending on the context of the business situation or the scenario that is given. Second, it has to be a rational decision. Understand what do you mean by being rational. Very important for XAT exam and in general in life. When you say rational, your decisions will be based on logic, they will have sound reasoning, and they will be evidence or fact based. Let us in fact take examples of irrational behavior to understand कि अच्छा irrational behavior अगर ये है तो rational समझ में आ जाएगा कि क्या होना चाहिए. Think of a human being who understands that health should be his priority. Despite knowing that smoking has negative health consequences, the person is indulging in smoking. So this is unreasonable behavior. You will expect कि अगर किसी को अपनी health की चिंता है उसके बाद भी वो smoking में indulge कर रहा है, तो this kind of a behavior is considered irrational. Same examples can be taken across the board, including any kind of addiction, be it drugs or gambling or whatnot. So addictive behavior typically is considered to be an example of irrational behavior. Some more simpler examples could be, we all know कि एग्जाम के पहले हमें पढ़ना चाहिए, बहुत मेहनत करनी चाहिए, but then despite knowing this कि अगर हम नहीं पढ़ते हैं तो negative consequences होंगे, we are still indulging in something that is going to hamper our chances. So this is again an example of irrational behavior. So you have to choose an option which is rational in nature and not irrational. Ethical, I've already explained. Ethical would mean there'll be certain guidelines or principles that you need to follow. And the last and very important part is it should be feasible. What do you mean feasible? We should be able to implement that solution. In the coming few minutes, I'll be taking lots and lots of examples of the important decision factors that you should keep in mind while attempting the decision-making questions in the paper. So let's start with that. Let's understand some other important decision factors to keep in mind while choosing the correct options. इसमें एक important 2x2 का matrix हम समझ सकते हैं which deals with things which are legal and ethical. So कई बार ऐसी situations आएंगी जहां हमें समझना पड़ेगा what is legal, what is ethical, what is illegal, what is unethical. So let's start first with an instance जो कि both illegal है और unethical है. Think of a simple scenario like driving a two-wheeler without a helmet. बिना helmet के आप two-wheeler चला रहे हैं, illegal है और अनएथिकल भी है बिकॉज यू आर नॉट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर ओन सेफ्टी. थिंक ऑफ अनदर सिचुएशन जो कि इलीगल है लेकिन एथिकल है. यूथेनेसिया कैन बी वन सच एग्जांपल वेयर मर्सी किलिंग में पीपल आर पुट टू अ पीसफुल डेथ व्हेन दे सफर फ्रॉम एन इनक्यूरेबल डिसीज एंड दे डोंट वांट टू गो थ्रू द इनक्यूरेबल पेन दैट दे आर सफरिंग. सो यूथेनेसिया इज एन एग्जांपल जो एथिकल है बट इलीगल है. इंडिया में इट इज बैंड. थिंक ऑफ अनदर एग्जांपल विच इज लीगल बट अनएथिकल. थिंक ऑफ सिंपल केस ऑफ लाइंग, झूठ बोलना. अनएथिकल तो है बट लीगल है. थिंक ऑफ अनदर एग्जाम्पल विच इज डिबेटेबल इज नेपोटिज्म. सो नेपोटिज्म इज एन एग्जाम्पल विच इज लीगल बट if you think of it from the point of view of ethics, some people consider it as unethical. The very simple example that we have to choose in terms of options, your first priority always has to be options which are both legal as well as ethical. Another important consideration that you should keep in mind is the stakeholders approach. So let us first understand what you mean by the term stakeholder. Anybody, when I say anybody, it can be a person, it can be an organization, institute, it can be environment. Anything that concerns our given context or situation will be a stakeholder. So what we have to do while choosing the correct option is making sure that we take care of all stakeholders as far as possible. सारे stakeholders का ध्यान रखना है. इसमें typical framework that we can use is a win-win framework. What do you mean by win-win situation? A win-win situation is a situation जहां पर सारे stakeholders जो भी involved हैं, they are gaining something out of it. Let's take a simple example. Suppose a college student volunteering for an NGO decides to raise money through charity. इसमें क्या जो student पैसा raise कर रहा है उसका फायदा है? हाँ, he is getting invaluable experience as a result of volunteering and is able to generate money, will get satisfaction and what not. क्या इसमें एनजीओ का फायदा है बिकॉज उनको पैसा मिलेगा जो चैरिटी से रेस करा? बिल्कुल. सो दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव थिंग फॉर द एनजीओ एज वेल. क्या इनमें उन एनजीओ के कस्टमर्स या एनजीओ जिस भी चीज़ के बारे में एक्टिविटीज़ करता है क्या उसका फायदा है? दैट मनी कैन बी यूटिलाइज बेटर फॉर सर्विंग द पीपल दैट द एनजीओ सर्व्स. सो अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ विन विन सिचुएशन. यू माइट से दैट पीपल हु आर डोनेटिंग मनी maybe are losing money, but then understand why will somebody donate money to NGO? One, he has that money. Second, he feels a sense of satisfaction of giving back to society. So everybody who is typically involved in such a situation is a part of the win-win strategy. But then there will be options in the exam that you'll feel he is helping one particular stakeholder gain something, but is इनडायरेक्टली मेकिंग द अदर पर्सन लूज. तो ऐसे विन लूज वाले जितने ट्रांजेक्शन्स हैं उनको हम प्रायोरिटी कम पे रखेंगे बिकॉज कई बार ज़ाट में क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. विल हैव टू मार्क द ऑर्डर ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस. तो आप पहला प्रायोरिटी किसे रखोगे? विन विन अप्रोच को, वेयर इट इज़ गेन फॉर ऑल स्टेक होल्डर्स. देन यू विल कम डाउन टू विन लूज. विन लूज वुड मीन किसी का फायदा हो रहा है तो किसी का नुकसान. थिंक ऑफ एनी बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन जहाँ पर विन या लूज ही है. थिंक ऑफ योर बी स्कूल एडमिशन प्रोसेस. अगर आपको एक पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज में सीट मिल जाती है तो किसी और को सीट नहीं मिल रही है बिकॉज देयर आर मोर नंबर ऑफ पीपल अप्लाइंग फॉर लेस नंबर ऑफ सीट्स. तो किसी का फायदा हो गया. 200 सीट्स हैं किसी कॉलेज में, 200 सीट्स जब फिल हो गई तो बचे हुए जो लोग हैं उनको सीट नहीं मिली. दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ विन लूज. देयर कैन ऑल्सो बी situations where the transaction can be termed as lose-lose. Think of a failed merger. दो entities, think of examples from Indian context as well. आप खुद गूगल पे सर्च करके देखो examples of failed merger. You'll find some very interesting examples. एक बहुत बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने एक दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक्वायर करा. उस एक्विजिशन या उस मर्जर से ना एक्वायर्ड एंटिटी का फायदा हुआ ना एक्वायरिंग एंटिटी का फायदा हुआ. बोथ वेंट इनटू लॉसेस. दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ लूज लूज ट्रांजैक्शन. सो इन स्टेक होल्डर्स अप्रोच, मेक श्योर दैट यू टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स and then decide the order of priority. Next thing to consider while choosing an option is your option should make business sense. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose question में कुछ context इस तरह का given है जहाँ पर हमें ये बोला है कि a company is struggling to increase profit margins and therefore they are thinking of a possible solution. तो profit margins को improve करने के लिए क्या possible solution है? One of the options says that cut the salary levels of all employees across the board by a certain percentage. Now, do you think it is a possible solution? We can say yes. Profit margin बढ़ाना है, expense कम करना है, सबकी salary कम कर दो. Let's assume 20% से 10% से. But does this make business sense? Depending on other information given in the passage or the context, understand that a lot of times this might not be an option because understand you are typically reducing salaries and therefore demoralizing the employees. There is a good chance that a lot of employees might leave. There is a chance that your productivity will suffer. There is a chance that your profit margins will further decrease. It does not make business sense. In fact, another interesting scenario opposite to this could be that there is an established player who has some senior employees who have worked with the firm for 8 to 10 plus years. Now there is a threat from a new entrant who has been able to generate a lot of funding, and there is a threat that there will be poaching of employees from this organization and they will be recruited at higher salaries. To prevent this from happening, in the current organization, the firm has decided to double or triple the salaries of existing long-term employees. Do you think it is a valid business sense related decision by the firm? अगर दूसरी फर्म डबल सैलरीज पे हायर करने का थ्रेट दे रही है तो हमने अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ की सैलरी डबल या ट्रिपल कर दी. विल दिस सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम? यस. आप 5 गुना कर दो सैलरी, आप उनको स्टॉक्स ईसॉप्स दे दो, वो शायद रुक जाएंगे. बट डज दिस सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम इन अ business sense? Not really, because then you will suffer heavy losses because let's face it, it will not be sustainable. आप 1 महीना 2 महीना कर पाओगे, उसके बाद नहीं कर पाओगे, फिर वापस डिक्रीज करोगे या there will be other repercussions. So this is again an example of a business situation that does not make business sense when you think of a solution. Another important factor while choosing the right option could be thinking of timelines. Is the question stem asking you to look for an immediate solution? Then it is short term or very short term. Is the solution expecting you to have medium term or long term consequences? Then you will have to choose a solution that caters to that. So please keep this in mind, the importance of timeline given in the question stem कि क्या हमें long term solution पूछा है, क्या immediate और urgent solution पूछा है, या solution ऐसा है जो medium to long term में हम problems को solve कर पाएंगे. So that is another important part that you should take care. Another interesting option a lot of times that we face is called as evasion, where they say that let the status quo be as it is, हमें कुछ करना ही नहीं चाहिए. Now, most of the times, again as I'm saying a guideline, most of the times this is not the right thing to do. Why? Because if status quo was the right thing to do, then they would typically not have asked you to take up a certain problem and look for solutions. There is a problem. If one of the options is even slightly positive, is able to handle even parts of a problem, then choose an option compared to evasion. Is there a possibility that you might have to choose an option which says don't do anything? Let the status quo be as it is? Yes, if all the other options are not helping your cause at all, which is very rare. So at least एक ऑप्शन तो ऐसा मिल जाएगा जो प्रॉब्लम को बाय पार्ट्स में तो भी सॉल्व कर रहा होगा, तो उसका ध्यान रखें. As a result, understand one more important factor, which is not all solutions will be perfect. In fact, many a times you'll find कि सारे options खराब है. तो then we don't have to worry. We have to choose the best possible. हमें तो सिर्फ बेस्ट पॉसिबल ऑप्शन चूज करना है. यू माइट गेट एन आइडियल सोल्यूशन, ग्रेट, इजी क्वेश्चन. यू माइट गेट एन ऑप्टिमल सोल्यूशन बाय थिंकिंग ऑफ द कंस्ट्रेंट्स, वेरी गुड. यू माइट ऑल्सो गेट अ सब ऑप्टिमल सोल्यूशन. गिवन कंस्ट्रेंट्स के साथ आपको ऑप्टिमल सोल्यूशन मिल ही नहीं रहा है. यू विल हैव टू चूज समथिंग विच इज नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व द कंप्लीट प्रॉब्लम, बट यू आर एबल टू टैकल एटलीस्ट सम पार्ट्स ऑफ इट फॉर द टाइम बीइंग. एंड इसके बाद देयर माइट बी एन ऑप्शन विच इज इवेजन, जो बाकी स्टेटस को रहने दे रहा है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व ही नहीं हो रही है. विल प्रेफर नॉट टू चूज सच एन ऑप्शन अनलेस ऑल द अदर ऑप्शंस आर नेगेटिव. अनदर फैक्टर दैट यू शुड कीप इन माइंड इज थिंकिंग ऑफ पॉजिटिव वे ऑफ एड्रेसिंग थिंग्स वर्सेस नेगेटिव वे. एन ईजी एग्जाम्पल इज मोटिवेशन. अगर ऑप्शंस में एक पॉजिटिव वे दिया है मोटिवेट करने का एम्प्लॉयज को और एक नेगेटिव वे दिया, आप परफॉर्म करो अदरवाइज हम फायर कर देंगे, आप परफॉर्म करो एंड विल गिव यू एन इंसेंटिव. सो वुड इंसेंटिव बी कंसिडर्ड अ बेटर चॉइस कंपेयर्ड टू फायरिंग? Incentive will be considered a better choice, because in general in sociology, psychology, etc., it is considered that positive motivation is more sustainable and a long-term solution compared to a negative motivation scenario. So always choose an option which is more positive in thought compared to a negative thought. Also remember not to choose an option जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा generalized हो. Let me take a very simple example that you'll be able to relate with. A lot of times as students we seek help from our mentors and we ask कि हमारे scores नहीं improve हो रहे, पढ़ाई कैसे करना है, we need to improve our percentiles and what is it that we should do. Imagine I don't know you, मुझे नहीं पता कि आपकी प्रिपरेशन क्या है, I haven't met you, मुझे कुछ बैकग्राउंड नहीं पता, बट मैं एक सोल्यूशन दे रहा हूँ आपको आपकी पढ़ाई रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम के लिए. द सोल्यूशन इज लाइक दिस. अंडरस्टैंड एंड एनालाइज योर एंटायर प्रिपरेशन फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टिल नाउ. Identify the weaker areas, try and work on your weaker areas, identify your areas of strength, work and consolidate to make sure that you improve on your strengths, and believe me, your percentiles will increase. Now understand, क्या ये solution work करेगा या क्या ये एक सही solution है? Think of it this way, anybody can give this generalized ज्ञान where people will say कि आप अपनी weakness को improve करो और strengths को consolidate करो, आपका improvement होगा. You had no requirement of a mentor to tell you this. A mentor is required to identify specific problems that you are facing and give customized solution depending on your context. Same will happen with a business scenario. अगर आप एक general solution देंगे like this, identify and analyze the given situation, identify major problem areas, think of possible solutions and then choose the most optimal or best solution. Believe me, your problem will be solved. अब ये बहुत जेनरिक हो गया, आपने गिवन कॉन्टेक्स्ट का कुछ भी ध्यान नहीं रखा और आपका सॉल्यूशन सही डायरेक्शन में तो है बिकॉज प्रॉब्लम ऐसे ही सॉल्व होगी, बट आपने कुछ भी कस्टमाइजेशन नहीं करा डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट. दिस इज नॉट अ गुड ऑप्शन. ऑल्सो अवॉइड ऑप्शंस दैट हैव disproportionate steps being involved. For example, somebody has not been able to follow traffic rules. Now what is the typical punishment that should be given? There should be some amount of fine. This is a proportionate punishment or a fine for something which is on expected lines. Imagine कि कोई disproportionate step ले ली जाए and the person should be sent to jail and maybe hanged. Does not make a lot of sense, right? Similarly, think of a business scenario जहाँ पर कोई employee punctual नहीं है. He is not being punctual. He is not coming on time. You warn that person once, you take appropriate steps, this is acceptable. But imagine the first time somebody is late, then in the next 5 minutes he is fired. So this will be a disproportionate step. I've taken more exaggerated examples for you to understand what I was trying to say, but understand जहाँ भी given context के proportion में punishment नहीं है या action नहीं है, you will not be taking such options as your correct answer. Now in the last part, I'm going to give you an example that I'll want you to answer on your own, and then we'll try and discuss the correct approach to this. बहुत tricky है, लगेगा कि multiple options सही हो सकते हैं. Imagine a scenario where you want to have breakfast, you're hungry, and there are two choices available. One is let's say cheese burst pizza, and another is quinoa salad. Now quinoa salad, assume it to be delicious, and cheese burst pizza to be mouth-wateringly delicious. Now the question stem after this context is, which of the following, if true, would help you decide in favor of quinoa salad as a choice of breakfast? Option A, quinoa salad is good for health. Option B, cheese burst pizza is not good for health. मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड द सिचुएशन एंड सिनेरियो. आपको ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए दो चॉइसेस हैं, किनोआ सैलेड, देयर इज अनदर चॉइस विच इज चीज बर्स्ट पिज्जा. आप इनमें से कौन सा चूज करोगे? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑप्शंस वुड हेल्प यू डिसाइड? इन दो ऑप्शंस ए और बी में से पॉज एंड थिंक ऑफ द करेक्ट आंसर कि ए होना चाहिए या बी. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वुड हेल्प यू डिसाइड इन फेवर ऑफ किनोआ सैलेड? Option A is quinoa salad is good for health. Option B is cheese burst pizza is not good for health. Answer for this question is choice A. Now a lot of you will feel कि सर choice B भी तो हो सकता है. cheese burst pizza health के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, इसलिए हमें quinoa salad लेना चाहिए. Well, you are right if there are only two options like this कि अगर हम B पे जाएं तो B भी करेक्ट आंसर हो सकता है बिकॉज हमारे पास ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए दो ही चॉइसेस हैं. बट अंडरस्टैंड इन लाइफ इन दैट एग्जाम यू विल हैव मल्टीपल ऑप्शंस. सो ऑलवेज लुक एट द क्वेश्चन स्टेम. क्वेश्चन स्टेम ने क्या पूछा है? क्वेश्चन स्टेम ने पूछा है कौन सा ऑप्शन फेवर करेगा किनोआ सैलेड को. सो यू नीड टू फाइंड रीजंस दैट हेल्प यू डिसाइड समथिंग in favor of quinoa salad. What are the positives of quinoa salad? Why should I choose this rather than reject others? Choice B is helping us reject the other choice which is cheese burst pizza. It is not helping us choose A. I can understand दो ही choices हो, अगर ये हट गई तो एक ही बचेगी is another approach. But understand life में और एग्जैक्ट एग्जाम में आपको 5 choices मिलेंगी. तो कभी भी eliminate options वाले approach पे डायरेक्टली मत जाना. Look at the question stem first and understand कि अगर वो कोई particular hint दे रहा है question stem, then focus on that. And I hope you understand this. This will tremendously help you get the right answers when you have these guidelines in mind. I'll take your leave. Ciao.